Internet. Welcome to Film Theory,
a show that puts the fresh in Minty fresh.
And today we're going to be tackling something a little bit different. You see, today, theorists, we're going to be looking at something so tantalizingly tasty that also may cause your brain to catch a light. It's the mint sandwich. Now, you may be screaming at your screens at me yelling, but Pat, if this is a theory about a sandwich, doesn't it belong on food theory? The answer to that question is... shut the fuck up. Anyways, no, this isn't just about the sandwich. No, today we're looking past those starchy layers and getting down to the meaty root of it all, the lore. At first glance, you may be looking at a bunch of traced drawings from popular television shows such as the Animaniacs and Invincible. But if you look past the clear copyright infringement and look at what's actually happening in these scenes, you can start to piece together a loose string of a timeline of events, like Bendu hijacking the news and Ryan going into insanity.
Let me take the time to mention that these are real people's characters and this is all backstory for some sort of animation that the main creator is supposedly making.
Like, come on, you could have at least given me something to chew on here, you slimy blame Brit. The main antagonists in the supposed series are Bendu Ryan, the small bitch called Gold.
Not much is known about this Gold character, but we're hoping that the real Bendu gets off his rabbit behind and gets to work implementing them in. Oh, and there's also this character called Exo who pops up every now and then, but I don't think we have to worry about him as of now.
There's a lot of images here, theorists, so let's get our brains minty fresh. The first image in the series features one of the only pieces of original artwork in the entire history of the Mint Chronicles. This image depicts Bendu and Martin. Martin is one of the victims of this series along with his main group of friends. He's also the animator behind my favorite amateur animation, the Money Machine 100x fan animation. It's honestly a really cool animation, and in a world full of other media makers too, it must be hard to get the motivation for an animation this cool with acres of lost projects lost in light years of lost content. Back to the scene, here the image depicts Bendu holding Martin's mint sandwich. This tells us that the original creator of the mint sandwich was none other than Senpai Martin. Martin, how could you? Bendu can be seen with a blank expression, looking into the eyes of the viewer as if he knows you're there watching him. But he's just standing there menacingly. This marks the beginning of the end as things begin to derail more and more in the coming images. In the next two images, we can see Bendu meet up with his supposed best friend called Ryan. A common staple of Ryan and Minty Madness Prime is his signature pogging face. He is shown with it almost all of the time in almost every single shot. This to me just seemed like another aspect of the images to convey comedy, but then I took a closer look. And I mean a closer look. Ryan has 7 teeth if you include the one at the top too. This also comes important later, so bear with me folks. This next image took me by surprise. I'm not normally a one for feet, but I personally think those ones look tasty. But don't be fooled, friends, this is actually where the mint sandwich saga begins to unravel and dive into madness. I hope you brought my mint sandwich. This is clearly a warning to the audience as our main antagonist, Bendu, is clearly thinking about turning you into his fabled sandwich. I know this sounds absurd, but trust me on this one, he knows you're there. He established that before when looking back at the very first image. The combination of what's being said and what's happening in the scene both imply that if Bendu doesn't get his sandwich, then he'll be the one to stuff you inside 2 slices of bread and swallow you whole. Come to think of it, Bendu the character is canonically a robot in a fursuit. I wonder if he has some sinister creator, who instead of children's souls likes to consume a hearty packet of British mints. Did I mention Bendu's British? I guess all villains and hidden lore have to come from somewhere, but that's going to have to wait until next time folks. We've run out of time. Remember to subscribe, and if you haven't, consider liking the video. I mean, unless you want a Red Bonnie ripoff to come to your house and slather you between 2 sticky pieces of bread while you sleep. And remember,
that's just a theory. And cut.